Gently crumbling cold butter with flour till it resembles pieces of rocks in a gravel. Once satisfied, I pour in a mixture of freshly squeezed lemon juice and chilled water. The lemon juice helps tenderize the dough. With a scraper in my bare hands, I coax the crumbs and the straggling bits of flour into a barely formed dough. To help keep the butter firm, here I let it rest covered for 30 minutes in the fridge. Once chilled, working quickly using a rolling pin, I guide the cold dough to form a rectangle. After diligently dusting the flour off the surface with a pastry brush, I imagine the dough to be made of 3 equal sections, carefully bringing the outer edges of the rectangle to the middle third. This is called a single fold. I place it in the fridge for 30 minutes, helping relax the dough and keep the butter pliable without melting into a puddle. Repeating this folding, resting and chilling for a total of 5 whole turns. Late evening, I need rest, and so does the dough. The next morning, heating milk till it's almost boiling, I pour vinegar. This splits it into a milk whey and cheese curds. I turn the heat off and coax the vagrant pieces of curd into a mass. Straining into a cheesecloth, letting it drain for as little as 15 minutes. This is ricotta. Over the last few weeks, I'd saved some heirloom tomatoes to ripen, slicing and seasoning them with salt, pepper and olive oil. As the tomatoes sit, the salt draws out the extra moisture and highlights the flavor. Hurriedly retrieving the dough from the fridge, it's time to roll the pastry into a rectangular shape. Drawing a line around the border dictates how far the tomatoes and ricotta may seek refuge. This acidic liquid from the tomatoes afford a new life as is folded into a fresh cheese. Working quickly so as to keep the dough cold, I spread the ricotta on an even thin layer, followed by slices of marinated tomatoes, a thorough egg wash, some decorative work with the blunt side of the blade, and in it goes for a bake in the scorching hot oven. As it bakes, I take this time to snip some fresh basil from my garden. I'm gleeful. It is a joy to retrieve food from the oven. The lances of the setting sun make this picturesque. After 12 whole hours, the tomato tart is ready. A rapture of enjoyment overcomes me as I decisively push my knife through the flaky pastry, divided into 6 approximate pieces. I take a moment to marvel at the mosaic of color, varnished foliage of the basil, and the festooned tomatoes. I believe I'm ready to have a slice.